financing local content value chains. I've put together some thoughts on the topics, no graphs, no numbers, just ideas. Let me see if I can overtake. Okay, so I think why local content, that has been covered thoroughly over the last day and a half, so I won't talk to that in detail. But what I will say is that local content has become more relevant in terms of what has been going on in the evolution of an organization. Organizations 40 years ago started with profit maximization as the goal, and then moved on to incorporated corporate social initiatives in the communities they operate, which matured into ESG discussions, which are now at the point of focusing mainly on sustainability and creating shared value and prosperity for all. And with that impetus, a lot of organizations are using this as a platform for their social license to operate in the communities they are in. And to borrow a Native American proverb that best explains this move to sustainability as a core objective of most organizations, they say we do not inherit the earth from our ancestors, we borrow it from our children, making sustainability a core goal for both public sector and private sector organizations. So local content is a great tool for us to achieve macro and socio-economic sustainable objectives. It allows for better economic diversification, making us more well-positioned to absorb economic shocks, and we have seen a few of those in the last 20 years, 2008, and most recently the COVID pandemic. And it can also be used a tool that can be used to democratize wealth creation through stock exchange listings that allows the average Joe to be able to create wealth, through buying shares directly or through institutional investment vehicles such as pension funds and unit trusts, etc. Lastly, local content presents an opportunity for Namibia to prepare itself for the future of trade in abstract goods and services in the weightless economy that is becoming bigger and bigger and is now growing to a point where in the next 30 years, the trade of goods and services and these abstract products will be greater than the trade of physical products. What local content is not is a tool for regulatory capture or a tool to have command and control over private sector. Having said that, I do not purport to be an oil and gas expert, but as I know it, you've got the four main activities in the oil and gas industry, from exploration all the way through to refining. And these core specialized oil and gas skills and directly linked specialist services across management, core and unskilled, that are used directly in the sector. But when we talk about financing value chains, we look at the sectors adjacent, either horizontally or vertically, to the oil and gas sector. And I've listed there a few, from infrastructure, transport and logistics, manufacturing, education, ICT, financial services, hospitality, etc., etc. It's not an exhaustive list, but I think you get the idea. So how does Namibia avoid the dreaded Dutch disease? Through financing local content value chains. There you'll see that through working together, there's various opportunities to collaborate between different stakeholders to achieve the objective of financing local content across value chains. And that is my presentation. How have I done?